Good, happy Saturday morning, November 28th, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Saturday morning, so let's begin. First up, let's begin with the COVID-19 updates. A record 547 new COVID-19 cases, 3 additional deaths reported in New Hampshire on Friday. Records are set for current cases and current hospitalizations. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
All great garages start from the ground up, and that begins with a genuine Race Deck garage floor. Over a decade ago, I created Race Deck.
There is a new single-day record for COVID-19 cases in New Hampshire. 547 positive tests reported on Wednesday. Good evening, and thanks for joining us this Friday night. I'm Jean Mackin. These numbers were delayed because of the Thanksgiving holiday. The previous record for daily cases was at 529. That was set 8 days ago. The positivity rate for Wednesday's tests is 3.8%. There's also a new record for current cases. That number is 4,570 people, and a new record for hospitalizations. 131 people are getting treatment for the virus in Granite State hospitals. That is the most since May 13th, when 126 people were in the hospital. And tonight there are 3 new deaths to report, all men over the age of 60. The total number of deaths is now at 517. There have now been more than 19,000 total cases here in the Granite State. More than 40% have happened this month.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Now let's take a look at your coronavirus in New Hampshire key information and data. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 19,313 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 13,079,305 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 517 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 836 number of people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire, and 823 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And here is a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 809. And here is a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. 3523. And let's take a look at these 3 charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, new hospitalization, and red, deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases in the purple, total current COVID-19 cases. In orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, total hospitalization. Red, deaths, and blue, recovered. Let's take a look at this chart here. Positive PCR test rate and daily PCR test. And let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases, female and male of cases, and risk information. Let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder of your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. City of Manchester proposed location for winter homeless shelter not suitable. local developer offered building after purchasing earlier proposed site. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Chapel Tractor has been in our family since 1955, when great-grandfather Pearlie and our grandfather George decided to...
The city of Manchester says the latest building being considered as an emergency winter shelter for the homeless is not a viable option. City officials say the building at 12 West Auburn Street was offered up as a location after the sale of a building on Pearl Street that was considered as a shelter. But they say the new building is a mixed-use property not intended for residential use and would not meet safety codes. The city will continue to work with families in transition and New Horizons to find a new location.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. A Bedford bakery is challenging a fine it received from Attorney General's office for alleged COVID-19 violation. The fine is $500 COVID-19 fine. Shoppers who went out to score Black Friday deals might have noticed one less signature sign of the season this year. Fewer red Salvation Army kettles outside local supermarkets and department stores. Salvation Army numbers dwindling. Sean Perry smelled smoke inside his family's Greenleaf Drive home around 3:45 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning. Family of 4 in shock about the blaze and loss of at least one of their 2 cats. Take a look at this photo right here. This is a photo of their house. It happened on Thanksgiving morning. They lost their home. And take a look at this photo right here. Man accused of fleeing investigation, dragging trooper, report says. Quincy Ambu of Lowell, Massachusetts was tased after falling asleep on I-93 in Hooksett, drunken driving, using Jeep as weapon. Take a look at this photo of him right here. A Massachusetts man is facing several charges, including a felonious vehicle weapon charge after being accused of passing out while driving and leaving his vehicle, ideally on a New Hampshire interstate on Thanksgiving Day. At just before 6 a.m., New Hampshire State Police were sent to the southbound side of Interstate 93 in the area of Exit 9 in Hooksett for a report of a vehicle stopped in the middle of the highway without its lights on. State troopers arrived and found a black Jeep Liberty with its engine running and the driver slumped over in the driver's seat, according to Lieutenant Ryan Trask of Troop B. Troopers made multiple attempts to wake up the driver, but were unsuccessful, he said. Medical personnel were requested as troopers were able to gain access of the vehicle. In doing so, the male subject woke up and refused to comply with troopers' request. Trask accused the driver, Quincy, 28, of Lowell, Massachusetts, of struggling with troopers as they attempted to take him into custody. During the struggle, Quincy attempted to drive away, dragging 2 troopers with him, Trask said. The troopers were able to remove themselves from the vehicle, where he was subsequently tased and arrested. He refused medical attention and was taken to Merrimack County Jail for booking on felony of reckless conduct, deadly weapon, driving while intoxicated, and resisting arrest or detention charges. Quincy was released later on personal recognition bail. 2 lanes of the highway were shut down for approximately 1 hour during the incident, Trask said. The troopers were not injured. Anyone who have additional information regarding this event is urged to contact Trooper Robert at 603-223-6161 or robert.bifsha@dus.nh.gov. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your morning. I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.